welcome to a special episode of Ask Nikki and
with
Cambria. Ooh, so Cambria and I have done a bunch of collabs today. We filmed like 4 videos, a vlog, a Cambria and Nikki's kitchen, this, and then the, oh my gosh, and we did the grocery haul. And did we do the baking? Was that 5 videos?
It was
Vlog.
Yeah, like five videos.
Vlog, Ask Nikki, baking, haul,
and
your haul. Holy moly, we've been on a little bit of a filming spree today. It's been fun. So today, you guys have requested a lot for me to bring guests onto Ask Nikki, so I thought it would be fun to kind of kick this off
so here I am.
Cambria. I'm really excited, so I'm gonna open up the email and jump into today's question.
Here we go.
Hi Nikki and Cambria. There's this girl that used to be my best friend and I still consider us to be very close. Lately she's been getting pretty mean to me and I don't know what to do. How do I talk to her about it or try to move on to other friends? Thanks. Do you want to answer first since you're a guest?
Okay, well I guess I'll just give my general opinion.
Yeah.
You know, I think that when you have a friend, you want them to be loving to you really at all times. And in my opinion, if you have a friend who is being mean to you at all, first of all, I would say go up to them and talk to them immediately. I'm super all about being straightforward with people and like just saying, what's going on? Like, why are you treating me like this? And not being mean about it. You don't have to be, why are you treating me like this? Like, knock it off. You just, why are you doing this? You know, why, like, what in your heart is making you feel this way? Are you angry at me? Like, did I do something to offend you that I didn't know about? Like, what is your heart on this subject? So I just think just being really straightforward and asking, and then from there, figuring out a solution.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. And that's the thing, like if you talk to the friend, it'll probably open up the doors to be able to fix whatever is going on.
Yeah.
And if by some chance, because I've had this before with friends where like I've tried to talk to them about the issue and they just didn't want to talk about it.
That's happened to me too.
Yeah, if that happened to you, if that was the case, if you go to the friend and the friend just doesn't want to talk about it or shuts it down, I would say from there that it's kind of like the ball's out of your court. And at that point, it's hard, but I would recommend like trying to find, you know, another close friend, which I know is a hard process, but there's nothing you can really do if someone doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, because it's not, as you said, the ball's really not, I mean, you did what you could.
You can't force
you
someone.
can't, you can't be like, hey, you know, you need to like change. You can't, you can only change yourself. So if you are getting up the courage maybe to talk to them and be straightforward and be like, hey, like what's going on? That's just you growing, and if they're not willing to answer, or if they, you know, are just like, hey, I don't want to be your friend anymore, then it's like you did everything that you could, and I think that shows that not only that you kind of are the bigger person, that you were willing to say like, hey, what is going on? That, I don't know, I guess that's all I have to say really.
No, I know, you're like, no, and it's interesting too, because the older I've gotten, I have this like complex where I just think everything is about me, like all the time, 24/7. So when people act a certain way, I always assume it's about me. Like they did that at me,
It's
or
hard
they're
to
thinking
not think
about
that way, though.
me.
Yeah.
Totally. But I think the interesting thing to note too with friendships sometimes, like I've had different friends in my life. Like I haven't had a ton of fallouts, but I've had friends come and go, and I've realized in retrospect, looking back, that there was a couple things. Either A, it was totally something they were going through and they had to just go through that, and it really had nothing to do with me.
Right.
Or we were both going through something and I didn't even realize that like I was kind of acting a little strange too, because I was just going through stuff. Maybe I was going through like a really busy, hard, stressful season, or there was stuff going on with my family. So I just didn't realize that the way I was operating was like not how I was normally operating. So it's important like to communicate like Cambria said, but also have a little grace with yourself and the other person to know like, it's life. We'll try to talk about it, take it as it comes, but I'm gonna try not to really freak out, because you can find other friends. It takes time.
And if you did do something wrong, like we were said, like if you go up to them and they're like, hey, what's going on? And they're like, hey, you really offended me, or you really did hurt your feelings. I think that's a time for you to kind of humble yourself and be like, wow, I'm really sorry that I did that. And even if you didn't mean to hurt their feelings or offend them, just realize that you did, whether your intentions were there or not, and you're willing to say, you know what, I'm really sorry. I really didn't mean to do that. But definitely, if they're like really rude about it, then move on. There's so many people in this.
I know.
How like dumb and cliche does that sound? But seriously, like
I know.
you would be amazed.
It's hard though, man. It's like both. It's just hard when friendship
Yeah.
issues go on. You're like, it's
you're
like,
so close. Yeah.
yes,
what's
it's hard.
going on?
And I've been in that situation, but it's good to know other people have been in that situation too.
Right.
Probably everyone on the planet, huh?
Every single
Yeah,
Yeah.
every single person.
Yes.
So I'm trying to think. I think that's kind of the end of the question.
Yeah, it's not really like. I mean, yeah, that's all we really have to say. I mean.
Yeah, I think because like.
Oh, I guess something to add, like
Yes.
what you were talking about. I think a good rule of thumb in life is that we really do tend to think like about ourselves, not in like, maybe not like in a narcissistic way, but
I
just,
do.
well,
I know, but yeah.
well, and just in general, like what did I do wrong? Like it was me, you know, I did something. I think it's important to just kind of like take a chill pill and be like, okay, you know what? Like this might not be my fault. Like you were saying, it could be something going on in their life, and we just need to be like, okay, you know what? I don't know, but
Totally.
it's all right. Like everything's okay. It doesn't mean that I'm like a bad person and like everything is my fault. You just be like, okay, well, and even if you did do something to offend them, like everyone like messes up, and it's okay. Humble yourself, say sorry, forgive yourself. Hopefully they'll forgive you. All is good. World peace.
That was a good way to end it. Like, taking a chill pill. That was perfect. I feel like when my sister tells me about her problems sometimes, it's like good reflection of myself, because I'm like, wow, like that's not that big of a deal, but she feels really freaked out about it. And I'm like, where in my life do I do that? Oh yeah, everywhere. I make it like it's nuclear war when it's like not that big of a deal. And it's like you said, just going like, all right, did I mess up here? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mess up, but it's not like, oh my gosh, I'm a horrible person. It's just like, I messed up. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that. You know, or like we said, if it was the other situation or the other way, it's like, all right, what can I do? I can't fight them. And it'll be okay.
Everything always turns out pretty all right in the end.
Exactly. That's a good way to close it.
Yeah.
Everything turns out all right in the end.
Everything is a fairy tale, and we're all just gonna live happily ever after.
Exactly. Well, dude, Cambria, thank you for being my first ever guest.
I feel
Other than
so
Dan,
honored.
but my first guest
Oh,
on
well,
Ask Nikki.
Dan is definitely a guest.
Yeah,
on
Dan.
Ask Nikki. So.
Exactly, but you're like the first YouTube guest. So I
Okay.
appreciate it. Thanks
for having me.
So,
Listening to my opinion.
Of course, your opinion is amazing. So be sure to go over and check out Cambria's channel. Check out all of our videos that we did together.
So many.
All of it. A whole like barrage of videos.
Yes.
And yeah, we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.